Now, one thing that a lot of people, including myself, have noticed with the Poke Transporter is that the IVs are good. So we get a guarantee of 3 IVs whenever we transfer a Pokemon from the Virtual Console, but some of the Pokemon, a surprising amount, have 4 IVs. So that's going to be a 4 IV Machoke. That's a 4 IV Machop right there. Let's see, 3. Oh, the Mewtwo, though, isn't that fantastic? But 4 IVs on the Marowak. 3, almost 4 IVs on this Marowak. We got 3, 3, 3, and then 3. But I mean, what is that? 3 Pokemon with 4 IVs. The odds should be, you know, 1 in 31, and we have 3 in 1 box, or even not even a full box. So these are all the Pokemon I have transported so far, and the IVs are looking very promising. So if it's this quick, and it's this easy to get 3, 4 IVs, what about 5 and 6 IVs? So let's go and check this strategy out by doing some Dittos back in the Virtual Console games. Now, when I do the trainer flag glitch, I usually get my Ditto around Route 13, but this is going to be Route 23, which is just south of the Indigo Plateau and Victory Road. The reason why is that Ditto has a 30% chance to be encountered, and then with a Master Ball, it's like an instant catch, and then we're pretty much done just like that. So I'm going to see how often a Ditto appears. I just caught a Ditto right there, and now we have like a Spearow. Also, I do recommend having like a high level Pokemon in front of your party. That way you can just run away super fast. And I want to see how long it takes, because with the 3 IV Dittos this common, like everything I find in this game is a 3 IV. Like, that's one of the nuttiest things to think about, especially because Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, the Dex Nav, that took a lot of time. You had to have a pretty crazy chain before 3 IV Pokemon started appearing. And while I did get a 5 IV Ditto in Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, like I streamed it was crazy and it took a couple hours. This doesn't take any of that. You know, if you break the chain, you're kind of screwed. If the Pokemon doesn't want to appear, it does take a while to reset the encounter and everything. But this is like a Dex Nav Ditto every time. There's a high chance of 4 and 5 IVs. So I guess the real question is, if I ever encounter a Ditto, I guess would be another big one. But the real question is, how long does it take for me to like fill up a box of Ditto, and how many of those Ditto have good IVs? Because with SOS battles, it takes about 30 minutes to get a Ditto from SOS. Now, I'm wanting to say it could be a little longer, like if Ditto keeps calling for help and it keeps breaking out of the Pokeball. Also, resetting for the Ditto does take a bit of time. That is just, you have to get your items in place, and then you might have to like use some extra PP ups and stuff just to make sure it works out. So there are some complications that could happen with the SOS battle, but even with the Memento method, which is like the fastest A-mashing method, we're still getting 1 4 IV Ditto every 30 minutes, which means if I catch 10 Ditto in 30 minutes with this, including the time of like Poke Transporter and stuff, we're still gonna be doing better than the SOS method. So this has to be the better way of Ditto, but that's why I'm here to test. So I should have been keeping a better eye on the clock just to see how long it takes for me to catch a Ditto. So that's a Ditto right there, and it's 10:41:30 a.m. I'm doing this video the day of because with the Pokemon Bank, I haven't had a lot of time to like prep videos or anything. So I'm just like, as the videos are coming out, that means I just recorded it or something like that. So we're at 15 seconds between catching and then running away. It looks about 20 seconds. So I mean, we can do 2 encounters a minute, which means worst case scenario, we probably get 1 Ditto every 2 minutes with this. That's still 15 Dittos, and then we can fill up a box. So my box is already set to box 1. Everything is going to be dropping into that box, and then I'm going to go to the Poke Transporter, and we'll see how good it goes. Because I guess the real question is, does this beat SOS, and what are the odds of like a 5 IV? I didn't have a 5 IV in my box, but it'd be pretty sick if I could get a 5 IV Ditto in 30 minutes, in an hour in the Virtual Console, just because it's so easy to get Dittos like this. Now, before I go any further with this video, I feel I need to address the 6IV Ditto talk, because I'm probably going to name this video like, you know, new best 6IV Ditto method or something like that, and a lot of people will get mad at me, and I don't understand how, because this happened with the SOS battling. People said, oh, it's guaranteed 4 IVs, why are you calling it 5 6IV Dittos? Because that is, if you have the best 4 IV method, that means you also have the best chance at a 5 or 6 IV Ditto, which means that is the best and primary / only way of getting a 6 IV Ditto. Same with this right here, that if this is even better, that if this is faster than SOS, you have a higher chance of getting 5 and 6 IV Dittos, then this is certainly going to be the best one, even though it's only a guarantee of 3. So there's going to be a lot of stupid people in the comments that probably already clicked off this video. You know, they leave a comment, this only says 3 IV, clickbait, this isn't 6, and then clicks off the video. Well, this is how you do it. If you want a 6 IV Ditto, you have to earn it, guys. Like, it honestly takes a lot of time. Like, it took me hours to get my 5 IV in Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, but 5 and 6 IV Dittos are certainly possible. And if there's like, I don't know if there's like increased odds for better IVs or something, because I don't understand how I was able to get 3 4IV Pokemon the way that I did in just like half a box. So that could show maybe it's not just a straight up 31 roll, that it kind of favors giving you better IVs, which means, look at that, 2 Dittos in a row. If I'm getting 3 Dittos in a row, I can maybe average a Ditto every minute or Ditto every minute and a half, which means that this is the best way of getting 6IV Dittos, or at least farming for high IV Dittos, because like I said, honestly, you just need a 5IV Ditto, and if you get 2 5IV Dittos that complement each other, then that's all there is to it. You effectively have a 6IV. It means that you every once in a while you have to pull a Ditto out of the daycare, but it doesn't really matter in the end. Oh my goodness, this Ditto chain though. We chaining for Dittos now, guys. And it's also, I would honestly call this way better. I would call this way better than any other method, any other Ditto method so far. Like even DexNav. DexNav's boring, it's tedious. With this, it's quick, and that's what I like about it. Also, I keep screwing up on the nickname. Like, that's the only way you lose time right now. That this is quick. You run around a couple circles, you encounter a Pokemon, the battle scenes don't take too long, you throw a Master Ball, it's an instant catch, and then you're good to go. So I really like this method as well. That with Memento, you have to mash A, and then you still have to like reset your team afterwards, and you still have to hope that the SOS battle isn't too tedious. I hated the DexNav, even like shiny hunting and stuff like that. And there could, if I catch enough Dittos, one of them could be shiny, and that would be like the craziest thing ever. So let's go and see what our next Pokemon counter is, and then I'm going to go and cut over to the Poke Transporter with my army of Dittos, and then we're going to go and check the IVs and come up with a summary. Like, that's kind of the plan of this video. See how many Dittos, how long it takes, how many Dittos you can get, and then what it turns out to be. But that was 4 Dittos in a row. And I don't know how long this clip was. What, like 2-3 minutes for this clip? And I got 3-4 Dittos. Like, that's why I love it. 30% odds. This is fun. This is exciting. And this feels better than, you know, any other method anywhere. And I'm still playing Pokemon. It's great. Right, you can only store 20 Pokemon in a box in the first generation. Also, I have a couple of glitch Pokemon, so I can't fill up the box entirely. So this is going to be our first test run of Dittos. This took, I'm going to say like 25 minutes, including like getting out to the area, catching the Pokemon, and then transferring them into Sun and Moon. So now let's go and just drop them into a random box I have right here. Now I will say I think the best thing about this is I can now just go back into my red, blue, or yellow version and then put them back in the transport box. Because I just saved where I caught the Dittos, the box is now empty, and they'll go back into box 1. So I think that that's a good thing about it, but now let's get into the game. I want to do this all in one take. Just in case there's some skeptic out there that's gonna be like, see, Verlisify hacks his Pokemon because his magical 6IV Ditto on command appeared. Well, I mean, I guess we just have to go and do this all in one shot. We saw me bringing it out of the transporter, and we can't put anything in there, so let's go into Pokemon Sun and Moon and have ourselves a good time. But yeah, I guess it's a little disappointing because I have like I also have a level 0 Ditto, so I have a couple of Pokemon that's filling up the number 1 box. I can only transfer 15 at a time. Still 15 Ditto for 25 minutes, including like all of this guff right here. I think we'll be fine. And then we can see if we get one 4IV Ditto. That's all it takes to go and disprove all of this. Also, technically, if we wanted the correct natures on our Dittos, we could do that as well because of the way experience works and determines natures for the transporter. So there's like so many crazy things we can do to this that makes it really awesome. And now let's head on over to our box. So box 30. It's so nice having all these Dittos and knowing that these things are crazy. So we have Serious Nature, Sassy, Serious. So it looks like the ones that you're going to catch on the route are Serious, Relax, Sassy, and stuff like that. So Relax and Sassy, actually really good defensive Dittos. So that's going to be 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. And like that's pretty much it, like 3, almost 4, almost 4, almost 4. Oh, it looks like we're only almost 4 again. Okay. So that's going to be 3. Oh, I thought that one was going to be a lot better. Okay. So that's interesting right there. I'm also wondering like if, yeah, it looks like we're kind of stuck on the way that these IVs look. So no 4 IVs, even though the other ones I transferred had 4 IVs in about 25 minutes. So maybe, I think it might be on par with SOS, and I was calling it. I was trying to make the call like, yo, this is going to be better, but I guess it's also what you want to do because this is still a ton of 3IV Dittos instantly and then you can also have a good shot at 4 or 5. I was hoping that there'd be like a random 6IV Ditto just kind of slapped on in here. And also comment down below if any of the transfer Pokemon that you have transferred through have like surprisingly crazy IVs, like a random 5 or 6IV Pokemon. I would love to hear about it. I'd love to see it on Twitter as well. You can find my Twitter in the description. I don't plug my Twitter, but I like seeing these people out here that are like, yo, I got a shiny Articuno, I got a shiny Mewtwo, and crazy stuff like that. Like, yeah, one of my fans got a shiny Mewtwo. That's one of the coolest things ever. Now, also, there's a lot of other things you can do, like level up Pokemon low 100. Fortunately, Hyper Training doesn't work with this. Like, you can't Hyper Train a Ditto and then use it for breeding, unfortunately. So I'm guessing you could probably get a 4IV Ditto every 20 or so Ditto. I just don't understand how I got like so crazy lucky with these Machop right here. Like, these are just wild caught Machop from Victory Road, and sometimes you get that Machoke in there. I just taught him Fissure and brought him over. The Marowak was from the Missing No glitch. I don't know if that would affect the IVs or anything, because it seems like the IVs get completely wiped and then they're determined on transfer. We got a good amount of just like random IV Pokemon. I only caught, you know, a dozen or so Machops and stuff. Maybe I got unlucky, maybe I'm on odds, so I think I'll have to do another video where I just go like massive 100 Ditto IV test. I'm going to see what your guys' comments say about transfer Pokemon. I haven't seen how it goes with transfer Pokemon, but I mean, if I was able to get a 5IV Ditto and Oras, you know, you can still roll for a 5-6 IV Ditto, especially when you get 3 of them already guaranteed. I know the odds are super low, but maybe the game will feel forgiving and just kind of cheese out a number for you at some point. And then again, I think it's way better than SOS, at least effort-wise, that you go, you see a Ditto, you throw a Master Ball, you go, you see a Ditto, throw a Master Ball, you get 2 Dittos in a row. Like, it's exciting. You don't know if you're going to get a Ditto or not, and then the more Dittos you get in a row, the better you feel about it. So I'm thinking it's still a pretty awesome Ditto method, and we're going to see if people have, like, other results from it as well. So if you guys enjoyed the video, these Dittos are absolutely nuts, and if you want to go for Natures as well, that, I think, would also tip it into being an insane Ditto method. So if you guys enjoyed the video, thank you very much for watching.